What do you do when you want breakthrough solutions? Not just a little bit better, but something that is 5 times, 10 times better than what you have today. Let's go back to 2010. Deepwater Horizon, BP's oil rig, exploded and sank off the Gulf Coast of the USA. 11 crew died, and it was the biggest oil spill ever. 200 million gallons of oil leaked into the ocean. The oil slick was the same size as the big island of Hawaii. It was a disaster. To make it worse, the cleanup was slow. They realized that the equipment being used to clean up the oil spill was similar or the same as they had used in 1989 when they cleaned up after Exxon Valdez in Alaska. Nothing had really changed. Why? Because the companies hired to do the cleanup are paid by the hour, so no incentive to do it faster. The oil companies, on the other hand, are just doing the bare minimum to meet local regulations. So with those factors combined, nothing had changed. James Cameron, famous ocean explorer and movie director, looked at this and said, "This is not good enough. We need to do better." So he emailed his friend Peter Diamandis, founder of the X Prize. The X Prize is an organization that designs competitions to find breakthrough solutions to big challenges that we are facing. Peter said, "Yes, I can help," and he reached out to his network to find a prize sponsor. Wendy Smith, wife of Google's then chairman Eric Schmidt, says, "I will help," and she gave $1.4 million as the prize for this competition. So the X Prize launched a competition, and they were very specific. They said, "We want solutions that can at least double the current cleanup rate." 350 teams from around the world signed up for the competition. Eventually, the X Prize decided on 10 finalists that were invited to test their equipment in this big test tank to test the efficiency of the equipment and whether they could actually meet the goal of the competition. So what happened? The 10 finalists posted some really impressive results, and the winning team had a cleanup rate that was 400% better than the industry best before that. Of the 10 finalists, 6 teams had oil industry veterans. 4 teams had no or little experience. My favorite team was Team Vortec from Las Vegas. Now, Team Vortec didn't win a prize, but they did double the cleanup rate. Why do I like them? Because it was a tattoo artist and his customer that came together and decided to enroll. They had no experience, and they tested their prototype in a jacuzzi. So why is that cool? Because competitions like these, anyone can participate. These competitions don't care how old you are, where you're from, where you went to school, or where you work. They are just looking for great solutions. So why do these competitions work? It's not just about the money. Yes, the prize money is nice and it attracts people, but it's more than that. The bold target. So that's a target for each competition. They're looking for solutions that are dramatically better than what we have today. 5 times better, 10 times better. So when you have to create something that is dramatically better, you can't just tweak what you have now to make that better. You have to start from scratch and create new technologies. Number 2, constraints. So when they design the competition, there's a document outlining specifically what they're looking for. We want a solution that can do this and that and not this, and the maximum cost has to be this. So you get these constraints, and when people work with constraints, the creativity goes up. It's not just any idea goes and put that on the wall. A competition doesn't have to be $1.4 million or $10 million. You can do smaller competitions in your industry, in your company, and you will see that magic might happen. Lee Stein, one of the X Prize benefactors, said, "We are looking for a needle in a haystack. Incentive competitions help that needle come to you." Boom.